Hello, this is Evangelist Robert L. McKim Sr. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Jesus Christ. Who was he? What was he? I mean, man. He cast out demons. He healed people. He raised people from the dead. Only God can do that. Of course, Jesus Christ was God in the flesh on earth. Jesus Christ was God's only begotten Son. Many people believe that we are now living under grace, as grace is the new law. But like I spoke before in a previous video, grace is not a law. Never was a law, period. It is never a commandment. Grace was in the beginning at the garden, in the Garden of Eden. Grace was with Joseph in Egypt. Grace was with Moses during the flood. Grace was with Lot and his family. Grace is the love of God that He feels for us. That's grace. Grace was with us when God gave the Israelites the Ten Commandments and gave Moses all the other laws. Granted, we're no longer under, well, yeah, we are really under some of the laws, not all the laws, and the Ten Commandments. Mainly the Ten Commandments. God had never changed His mind about sodomy, sexual immorality. He's never changed His mind about that because it's even in the New Testament that we're not to do that, and open up the church to that. I wanted to, real quick here, I want to show you something. Renee had went to Microsoft to download this new Windows 10 preview. Got it on the computer, and now it won't even go off the computer. She's been running a program so it will go back to Windows 7. But right now it's got up to 80-some%, and then it's doing this. Well, long story short, I had contacted HP and finally got the warranty worked out. See, what happened was we had same kind of computer, but of course it had a different model number and a different serial number to begin with. That PC laptop got dropped, and they sent a whole new one. This is the work order for the old PC. And it has the old PC's model number and serial number right here on the bottom. Same kind of PC, but different model number and serial number. Then they were sending a replacement, which is this one here. This is the email I got where they were replacing it. See, now it says here, getting device ready. long story short, it has been wanting to revert back to. We called Microsoft, called HP. I kept arguing with them, the technical support. They changed. HP changed big time. See, therefore, what happened was, see, I got this care pack, okay, that I bought when we originally bought the other computer. And then I called, and after I got the other computer from Japan, or China, see, now it says 50%. Well, anyhow, long story short, as I was saying, I had this one here worked on. 1, 2. Well, let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Let me show you here. Okay. There's a date there. 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 It's done with, and it says getting ready. And a date there. This is the last time I had shipped off to be worked on. Well, they didn't even really want to even hardly honor when I would call in to HP to have them work on it. They didn't want to honor the warranty no more. They kept saying it's out of warranty, it's out of warranty, it's out of warranty, it's out of warranty. That the warranty expired 12/31 of 13. Like, well, that can't be because of the fact the warranty, when they redid the warranty date after I get it back, they started it in June of 2013 and expires June of 2015. That's the warranty department. And finally I got this email to prove right here without a shadow of doubt that my computer is still under warranty until June of this year. The care pack I just showed you, this warranty right here, is still good and in effect until June of this year. But every time I call, they don't want to do anything because now they're saying that software is no longer covered under the care pack. Well, right here, last time I had it shipped off, they had to work on the programming because I got a corrupted update that corrupted the operating system of the computer. So they had to reinstall the operating system. This new Windows 10 preview that Renee put in the computer is basically corrupting the operating system that came with the computer. But now they don't even really want to work on it like they used to. They're more or less saying that the warranty changed from the time I bought it to now, because what happened was HP split up. They had their computer department, not, and then they have their warranty department. I mean the software department. They have two different departments now. They're no longer together. They're still HP, but yet they're no longer together as one company. They split up into different companies. And basically, if there's anything that has to do with software, they always tell you go through Microsoft. But everybody wants to charge nowadays, and more than what the computer is really worth. I mean, if you get a warranty and it covered software in the past, they should still cover software now. That's the law. They're not allowed to go and switch the warranty around midstream or before the warranty expires just because the company breaks up. They're not allowed doing that. That's against the law. But they're doing it and they're getting away with it. I'm trying to preach the truth about the evil in the last days. There is evil in companies, computer companies. Microsoft wanting everybody to get a brand new Windows 10 computer, because pretty soon Windows 7, they're no longer going to support Windows 7. They already stopped supporting Windows XP, and then everybody had Windows XP. They had to get a new computer. That's what it is all about. They don't want you to keep something that works right. They want you to get something new, something different. Now, it's going right back to this where she has to fill out this form here. And every time you fill that out, it doesn't want to go back to Windows 7. They want to charge me $50 for shipping a disk. That's what they said. I can't get out from paying the $50. I said, well, Dell sent me the Windows 7 and the operating system disks for free for the Dell. Oh, that's Dell. They do things differently than we do. Yeah, HP is starting to rip off the customers. Period. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Yeah, I say ands, ifs, or buts. Why? Because of the fact I'm trying to get it through your head. It's basically their way or the highway. They have the right to change things on the customers and get away with it. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You want to cheat customers? No wonder customers want to cheat back. You want to rip customers off? No wonder customers want to rip you off. But I'm not cheat, and I'm not rip-off artist. But what I am going to do is probably contact my attorneys again and tell them, hey, I got the care pack, but the care pack used to, and I got the proof, used to cover software problems. Now they don't want to cover software problems. They changed. The company split up, and when they split up, they changed the care pack. They changed the warranty, how the warranty works. By law, you can't really do that. You can't change things after you buy something, and then they were doing that in the past. If they were doing something in the past, you would still expect them to do it in the future until the warranty runs out. Now they don't even want to do that until the warranty runs out. They want you to pay for everything. Now, if Renee was to accidentally drop the computer again, That's covered. Everything else is no longer covered. It's not right. It's against the law also. But, you know, who cares? Who cares anymore? Who cares? I'll tell you who does. Jesus cares. And he's going to make it right when it's all said and done. I wanted to tell you, read to you real quick here. Why did Jesus come into the world? Well, for one thing, he's the light of the world. And then, let's see, down here is where I wanted to read. Alright. Christ on the law. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For they, for very I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass away. In other words, a new heaven and earth is made. Not one dot is jot, which is a dot, or tittle, which is the crossing of the T, shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Jesus didn't come to destroy the law of Moses. He didn't come to destroy the 10 Commandments. He came to fulfill the 10 Commandments and the laws of Moses and the other prophets. But yet people saying, well, we're no longer under the law. Why would Jesus tell us, if you love me, obey my commandments, and then later on die on the cross, and then basically what he told us to do then becomes null void? That's what you're saying. It's like, well, okay, I'd be like, I tell my kids something for them to do something, and then later on, basically they go run to the mommy, and mommy says, well, you don't have to listen to daddy because you're under grace. You're under grace now, and you don't have to listen to what daddy said. Well, let's say I told my kids to do something, and I would, pass away. I would die suddenly. Does that mean my kids no longer have to listen and respect what I said before I died? And then I left a last will and testament. You see, that was Jesus' last will and testament. If you love me, obey my commandments. That was his last will and testament to the disciples. And then before he rose up into heaven, he told them to go and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Before my time runs out and my power dies, I want to try to I'll also tell you something here. What was that? Oh yeah. The church and its discipline. How to find it. Okay. Moreover, it's in Matthew 18:15 Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and in him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 2 witnesses. Well, 2 witnesses. Basically, and then confront the brother again with the 2 witnesses, and if he still neglects to hear them as well, tell it to the church. But if he still neglects to listen, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. A heathen man. See, excuse me, I've been dealing with people. They're trying to tell me how I should eat, what I shouldn't eat. Well, what works for them doesn't always work for other people. I have to keep my sugar between 120 to 140 to feel right, to feel good. So I keep my eyesight in focus. If it starts dropping between 115 and 110, and especially if it goes down to 100, or I start feeling, sweaty and clammy and weak, goes down below 80, then I feel like I'm going to pass out. That's called sugar shock. And a lot of people say, well, eat a candy bar or eat some peanut butter, bring your sugar up. And I'll bring it up, and then all of a sudden you're in a sugar high. It's like the yo-yo. What yo-yo with your sugar, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. My great grandmother had what was called brittle sugar. Well, her sugar would go up and down, and all over the place. It wouldn't stay. And she was a baker. She would bake a lot of pies and cakes. Bake me homemade cinnamon rolls with the leftover pie dough. Man, those were the days. I'll tell you something else was the days. Back in the 1970s, one time we was going down to Florida. My mom and dad was going to try to rent a place in Florida. I went down there and got worked into this realty company that basically took almost every single dime that my mom and dad had. And so we left. Well, fire department took up a donation to help us get back to Ohio. We had $50, and then they took up another collection of $50, so we had $100 to head back to Ohio on. On our way out of Tampa, Florida, on the highway, this little Toyota pickup truck was in front of us. A board flew off the stand that was on the back of the pickup truck, smashed right into the windshield. And I got sick from the blast of the board hitting the windshield. Well, my parents had glass all over them, little cuts and things, like that. My dad drove with the state patrol in front of him to a little nearby hospital. so they can get, you know, cleaned up from the glass. And I vomited right on the waiting room floor. And then they looked after me. And then they told us where there was a little, you know, motel in this little town we went to. And then we couldn't get another windshield with what little money they had left. Told our story to, told what happened to the people staying in the hotel and the owners of the hotel, and they took up a collection to replace the windshield so we can get back home and get us gas money so we can get back home. That is how people operated back in the 70s and a little bit into the 80s. 90s, churches still helped, but things were changing. Fast forward to now, it's hard to find help when you need it. People tell me, basically, if I can't do it myself, if I can't have a job, then I don't need it. I don't need anything. Well, see, a lot of the problem is, too, you do not understand that a lot of the things I've been getting is for Renee. Like this iPhone. That's Renee's iPhone. This is my phone here. An older phone. Android phone. That slides with a keyboard on it. And Renee, she's always wanting something to put things in. So she ordered this here little case to put her iPhone in. She ordered this here pouch to carry around her waist when she goes somewhere. I told her, why do you want to order this stuff? Because you got a bag. I told her, you got this here for your cell phone. Put your cell phone in. Well, it won't fit in there, she said. I said, well, what about this bag?